Hi, Whitney.
Hi, Bryce.
Can we start where the season premiere ends? There's this big, almost pile-on of Whitney, the trial of Whitney Rose.
To resolve the one issue about the one that's how I feel. Twisted around it, just like she has about every single plan no one can ever have resolved. Respect you that way.
That was the biggest premeditated pile-on I've ever been a part of. That was a gang up. I'm really proud of myself for keeping my composure, because past Whit would have probably gotten overwhelmed and, you know, not stood up for herself. So I feel like they had a plan. They knew exactly what they were doing. And it was really interesting that I'm being called a liar and they still can't tell me what I'm lying about. With 3 documented liars is really interesting. They're all trying to just blame me for all the stuff they've started.
That was a f***ing lie, which makes you a liar.
I don't have any evidence of what I've lied about. I hope that by the time we get to reunion, they can tell me. But when you actually consider what Meredith is saying I'm lying about, I didn't start. She started that.
You have accused Mary of running a cult and being a predator?
No.
You accused me of lying about my father's memorial.
No, that was her father's memorial. Lisa started that on the Sprinter van. Don't even get me started with what Heather's lied about, because I'm in a good space with my girl Heather right now, and she lied about one of the biggest things that's happened on the show. So I really don't appreciate it. It's gaslighting at its finest, but I don't care, because I know the truth.
Who in the gang up surprised you the most?
Heather. Yeah, Heather surprised me the most.
Let's walk through them one by one. Do you think Meredith is actually upset or has any right to be upset over bath bombs?
That is the biggest reach I've seen in Salt Lake City history. What is up with her in the bath?
What is up with the bath bombs?
The bath bombs?
Bombs.
My bath bombs? I've been selling bath bombs since 2018. So I think that's a reach. I think she's just looking for anything to butt her nose into to be relevant.
You mentioned the father funeral thing. What did you make of her bringing this, like, almost ancient history back up now?
Again, is there any new material? I am so sick of going back in the past and reaching for issues. Clearly, she doesn't have any new material.
We see a moment in the sneak peeks of the season where you have her phone for some reason and she snatches it out of your hand.
Stop scrolling on my phone.
What were you looking for?
She was trying to show me proof of something. And so she actually handed me the phone and I just held it. And I held it for so long that it had timed out, like locked. But I want to know what's on that phone. Why did she freak out so badly? Like, my kids are on my phone constantly. There's nothing hiding on my phone, okay? I want to know what's on Meredith's phone.
Do you have any suspicions of what might be there?
Oh, yeah. Anything that has come across our table of stories, SEC filings, you know, any shady business is probably in there.
You think she has like a vault of files
on
everybody?
I do. I think she stores them.
Where did the two of you exist right now?
This may sound harsh, but I nothing her. I don't really think about her. She doesn't live in Utah, so I don't see her around town. I don't run into her ever. She's kind of just pestering, and I just ignore it. I really don't have any sort of dislike or like. I'm just kind of nothing her.
Okay, I nothing her.
You went on a podcast and bashed me.
I have not done anything besides calling you a villain, which I stand by.
I will be your villain, bitch. Like, you are game on.
Why do you think the label of villain hit Lisa the way it did?
Bryce, I have no idea, because that podcast, I said way worse things about her. I called her insufferable. I said she's self-absorbed. I said some really, like, what I think are more intense things about her that I stand by. The fact that she's honing out on villain just proves my point. I mean, those are just descriptors of what it's like to be friends with her. I couldn't tell you 5 things about the woman. Like, I couldn't tell you her mom's name, her sister. Like, I don't know very much about Lisa Barlow. When I take a step back, she's a true character on the show. She's fake, phony, and I forgot what your question was. I'm just going down a path. I gotta stop.
Another interview that Lisa will have some things to say about, I think. She also revisited ancient history by bringing up the jazz tickets.
It's rumored that one of your business partners that has the jazz tickets that you've been involved with.
Are you crazy?
I'm not.
That's a really clever tactic on her behalf. Again, she knows that if she says something 3 times on camera, that the audience will believe her. So she's gonna come out the gates calling me liar, 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 bring up things from the past that I've taken accountability for. And again, those are not rumors I started or created. I had heard them and I told her.
So you stand by, she's the villain.
Yes. She's playing this version of a facade that she wants the world to see.
She and Meredith are back in a spot where now they're a team against Angie, it seems. There's a lot unfolding on Elon Musk's internet right now. What have you made of their back and forth?
Well, can we just start from the very beginning? Meredith took the moral high ground and left X when Elon took it over, left Twitter. She made a post about it. She came back 2 weeks later. So first of all, I don't give that much credit of taking the moral high ground. I wish that they were not doing that right now. I think it's poor taste. It's embarrassing to me. I'm really proud of Salt Lake City and we're 5 years, and it's embarrassing that they're doing that. I really don't enjoy it.
Lisa says on the premiere that she has swept things under the rug for as long as she's had this friendship with you to make you feel comfortable. Do you see it the same way?
Not at all. I think it's the direct opposite. Everything's about her. And Twitter is a perfect example. That fight had nothing to do with Lisa, and she jumped in and made it about herself to get the attention. Where there's camera, there's Lisa Barlow.
So where do the two of you exist right now? Do you nothing her as well?
Yeah, like I've kind of moved on.
You want to meet the Hills, Whitney?
Yeah.
You, Lisa Barlow.
Lisa says you use your trauma as a way to be mean to the rest of the women. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really bad. It hurts. To be honest with you, when I shared, I was very hesitant to share with the group what I was working on personally. In fact, season 3, I almost quit the show because I didn't want to go through this publicly, and I didn't feel that I really had the support of that friend group. But I decided to stick with it and keep going, and I feel like they missed the whole point. Not one of them's really asked me details about it besides Angie. Like, no one really knows what I've been through, what I'm going through, what I'm working through, and what I've overcome. And that alone is hurtful because I've sat hours on the phone listening to those women and getting to know them. They're good, they're bad, they're ugly, and so it's hurtful. I tried to be self-reflective and see it from their point of view, and I don't think I see their point of view. They're weaponizing it to have me take the fall for everything, and I have for 5 years, Bryce, and I'm done.
Did her weaponizing your trauma make you, that then informed your decision to not try and repair that friendship to maybe the place it was end of season 2, beginning of season?
Well, I try again, you'll see, but I'm out of tries and I'm out of.
Well, you had an F to give. I was surprised that the healed Whitney was pulling out the bird on people. Were you surprised by that, or is that is the healed Whitney?
You know, I'm learning to embrace her and accept her, and I'm proud of her. This is the new healed me. These are things that I've thought in my head, and I've sat at those dinner tables just thinking it, but never had the courage to really stand up and do that. And it shocked me, didn't see it coming, but I'm glad I did it. Is that or flip the table, and Teresa did that the best, so.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And Lisa had a half-assed throw of a glass.
And you said I slept with somebody I didn't sleep with. Who just say that?
It didn't even break, so I just gotta get out of there.
Did you think that was performative, or did she actually?
In the moment, it felt so, like, you could tell she was like thinking about it, and like it was premeditated. It was very performative, and I just, wish that she'd take it all the way and break the glass. Then I would have actually given her like at least 1 star for her performance. We
know the two of you are gonna go at it at least one more time at the Lisa lunch.
I have built everything I have
on the backs of other people.
You get that wig off your head. You will never be me.
Why does it get to the place where she wants to snatch the wig off your head?
Well, I would say she has a really hard time hearing the truth. And she's caught. She's caught, and she has to sit in it, and I'm not backing down. And when you are caught and you are guilty of something, you have a big reaction and you try to distract. So you can either talk through it, which she's incapable of, or you throw a fit to distract from the conversation, but I don't back down.
Okay.
It's a long season.
It sounds like it.
But it's great.
There's Heather.
Yes.
It seems like you two have separated once again. What happened?
Your guess is as good as mine. It seems like that was all premeditated and it was a gang up. Everyone who was there says that. I don't know what the three of them have. It seems like they have some sort of truce or they're protecting something. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's really, I'm still navigating that. I'm hoping by the time we get to reunion, I can have some answers to that. But Heather and I don't know why she chose to do that. I really don't, because the book is so silly. What she read me was a different version of what went to print.
Okay, that's
it's as simple as that.
Very different context than what we were told.
Well, because you're only hearing it from the loudest person. The truth is what she read me was different than what I read in the book. She and I will disagree till the day we die, but that's water under the bridge.
Okay, you've chosen to lock that up, put it behind you.
And I hope that this doesn't open the floodgates. I try not to go back in storylines, and I don't go back in years. I try to move forward.
It's hinted at in the trailer that you reached out to her, quote unquote, sworn enemy.
Never in a million years after everything we've been through did I think that you would reach out to our sworn enemy.
I sought out proof and was given the proof.
Is that Jen? Is that Monica? Is it someone else?
Who could it be? And I don't want to give that away right now, but I love this sworn enemy thing because I don't believe I have any enemies. I don't think like that. I have people that don't have my best interest and maybe people I try to stay away from, but the enemies thing is interesting to me. But I was backed so far into a corner that you'll see why I made the decision I did. I think you'll understand. I hope that everyone sees why I would reach out to someone that maybe doesn't have my best interest.
Give me a hint of what sort of information you were seeking out from this person.
The thing that Salt Lake City made iconic, proof.
Oh, okay.
Screenshots.
Well, that leads into another sneak peek we get where Heather appears to turn to you and say,
We have not gotten rid of the problem.
We are obsessed trying to find the receipt.
do you regret seeking out this proof that you sought out?
No, because it actually revealed a lot. I don't want to give it away, but I'm not the only person who reached out to a sworn enemy.
Okay. Have you been in contact with Monica at all since she exited the show at the end of season 4?
I don't communicate with Monica, but she tries to get in contact with me.
On the flip side, hell has frozen over. You are in a good spot with Mary Cosby. How did this happen?
It happened right after reunion. We ran into each other at the airport. She actually walked up to Justin and started talking to him, and I came over and we had a sincere apology and hugged it out, and then I saw her at Kathy Hilton's Christmas party and we just went right back to being friends. It was all about being vulnerable and taking accountability.
Oh, great.
I f***ing love this new Mary.
I ate dirt.
You call her the new Mary. What changes have you seen in her?
She is, one, she participates in everything. It's been amazing. She does everything with us. She's fully engaged. Looking back at it, we never actually had the opportunity to get to know Mary. She had a lot of chaos around her, but we never got to know her. And that's something I regretted in the past, and she brings it. She is quick-witted and very humorous.
Unapologetically truthful.
Yes, exactly. But she's also a sweet soul, and she has a beautiful spirit.
The trio I did not expect, you, Angie, and Mary.
You should see people's faces when we go out to dinners together sometimes in Salt Lake, the three of us, and you should see people's faces when we walk in. They're always like, Whitney, Mary, Whitney, Mary.
They're probably bracing for a fight or a storm out or something.
Yeah, but I love having Mary back. That's great.
We've also got newbies in the mix this year. Bronwyn, Maylee, and Britani. Who fit in the best from that trio?
I think Bronwyn probably did the best of integrating. Britani, she brings it as well. She's a very hectic energy, but I have no problem with her. I think I applaud them. It'd be very hard to join in a season 5.
There is this moment in one of the sneak peeks where it appears Meredith does one of her classic Meredith loud in someone's face.
I don't want you around me. You record your friends. You are vile.
What are we in for in terms of secret recordings and like, can we catch a break on Salt Lake City?
I know. I wish I could say it was just Meredith's paranoia kicking in, but what happened on that Sprinter van is wild. And
you gotta stop with the Sprinter van.
I know. It's always in the Sprinter van. Yeah, It was, you know, sometimes Meredith's big reactions, it's like her paranoia kicks in, but that was warranted, I think.
Oh.
Finally, the energy matched what was going on.
You said you spent the time between 4 and 5 kind of recentering, refocusing, you moved. How's home life these days?
Home life is amazing. It's the best it's ever been. Justin is literally the most supportive husband anyone could ask for. I literally don't know how a human being came to earth that pure and good. He's an amazing husband. He stuck by my side through so many things. Bobby and Brooks are both thriving. Bobby's in high school, taking AP classes. She's in 9th grade, playing competitive soccer, and Brooks is playing soccer and he's in the 6th grade. And yeah, we love our new home. We got a new dog, little Rosie.
So life is good.
Life is great.
You've also rebranded the company once again. Which,
It's not a rebrand, it
Okay.
actually merged.
okay, so you have incorporated Wild Rose into Soul People?
Yes.
Why was that the decision that was made? Because we obviously watched you go through the whole Wild Rose rebrand and how much money that costs. Because there's also, you know, the internet loves to talk and people are like, what's going on here? Is this a pyramid scheme? Is this an MLM? Set the record straight on what's happening there.
Yeah, I would love to talk about that. It's interesting, people's opinions, they don't understand. Wild Rose Beauty, because I did the rebrand, that's why I'm here today. This is just the next step of my business evolving and growing. Just the next level of my journey. And now I have like 30 employees. I have about a couple thousand sales force that just are badass women out there selling my skincare. It's amazing. And people just don't understand it. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a compensation plan, just like an affiliate. You get paid different percentages based on your volume. I offer new products now. I have some sleep products, nootropic, and I'm just waiting for Meredith to come for those too.
I was gonna say, are you gonna take on tequila or anything else?
Well, if I was gonna do tequila, I'd do it right. But no. I'd probably, if I do a liquor or a drink, it'd probably be wine, rosé.
Oh,
A dry rosé.
The Whitney rosé?
Yeah. But that's not in my future. I'm focused on Soul People right now, and I'm just so grateful to have. It's cool to see, when you're an entrepreneur, to see something come to fruition. And I'm just like, I have offices, I'm really grateful to everyone who's helped me get here, especially Justin.
On the tequila note, there was kind of an internet rumor at the time when you were filming that maybe you were trying to expose Lisa for rebottling like Costco tequila.
That got pointed at me, but that actually wasn't me.
Did it come from you?
No, I've said a lot of things about her tequila. In fact, I don't know that she's still selling it. It seems like she's an employee at Wendy's now.
All right. There's also this photo floating around out there of you and a woman named Angela Murray, who is currently competing on Big Brother and has become an icon in the Big Brother community. How do you two know each other?
She's iconic. And I had no idea she was under my nose this entire time. We met at a charity event, and I hoarded myself out and I auctioned off a dinner with me. So she paid to have dinner with me and her girls, and we had the best time, and she is killing it. Or she killed it on Big Brother. Like she is iconic.
She's like a cockroach on that show. They are trying to kill her and she will not die.
No, I love it. I love her grit.
And Salt Lake City Housewives is not the only reality show in town these days. Have you taken a watch of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and what's your read on it's kind of Housewives light?
Yes, I agree. That's a good assumption. Yes, I've watched it. I binged it over the weekend when it came out. First of all, I'm just proud of Salt Lake City and Housewives. I think we really put Utah on the map. People had no idea how amazing Salt Lake is, and it was interesting. I followed the whole mom talk, these young, amazing kids. It's crazy for me to say that. It's not what I expected, but I don't know what I was expecting. We know Demi and her family.
Because she is married to Angie H's ex-husband.
Yes.
And I think she and Jesse and Taylor all said that they had been kind of in the mix for Housewives potentially at one point or the other.
I saw that, yeah. I think Demi would make a great housewife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's good on that show. I love it. I really liked seeing some of the Mormon culture come out. I would like to see more. Hopefully they get another season and keep peeling back those layers.
All right, we've got a lot of season of your show to watch. What are you most excited for fans to get to see? I feel like we've talked a lot about what we should be bracing for impact for. What are you actually excited to get to relive or have the fans get to experience?
Friendships. I really think that we see more of friendships blossoming and growing, and people being more real, getting real with where we're at, our feelings, what we're really going through. Some of us, not all, but I would say the friendships, we do have some fun, and okay, husbands enter the chat.
Oh.
So for the first time ever, we see the husbands get in the mix. That's in a very unexpected, interesting dynamic.
Where does Justin exist in the men's group?
The men move on quick.
Okay.
They bring the heat and then they get over it quick. I wish the women could follow.
Do we reach
suits
at any point a
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
Is there anything that could compete with how we ended season 4?
I don't think anything could compete with that because that's so unique. But if you look at the history of Salt Lake, we have Bermuda, we have a federal arrest, we have so much.
Yeah.
But Salt Lake City continues to bless the world, and we have an even more epic and iconic finale. I can still see roses flying in the air.
Okay, we gotta leave it on that note, because that's the best tease I've heard.